Hey there, Blessed Mama. We are here to help you, the working mom, manage your personal and professional life without losing your mind. This is a podcast for you. I'm Blair Critch, and I went from a teacher to a stay-at-home to a 7-figure online business owner. And listen, that didn't happen overnight. It happened after we actually hit rock bottom. Bankruptcy that shook us. Then to find out my husband had an addiction problem, I decided that day I would grow and learn how to build a flexible business of freedom. Now today, I'm passionate about teaching other women the exact same thing through systems and strategies full of faith, fun, and drive.
What is up? I am Kellie Hoover, retired corporate pharmaceutical rep to network marketing millionaire and small business owner. After recovering from a brain tumor, I knew I wanted to go after my dreams and make life happen. Quit waiting around for the perfect time. So I learned social media and how to master my time, and then the magic really started happening. If you are looking to create connections and own your time management skills, then this is the place for you. Let's do it. Hey, Mom, there is so much for us to do each and every day. As a boss, as a wife, as moms, as friends, as daughters. Do you ever feel like at the end of the day, you just didn't get it all done? Maybe you're feeling stressed or that you have no time for yourself. Well, we feel you.
We get you, Mom. We're here helping moms manage their personal and professional lives without losing their mind. This is Blessed Momma Bosses Podcast, our very first episode.
Woo!
So exciting, right, Kellie? Well, don't worry. We're going to introduce ourselves, who we are, our big why. I mean, I'm sure you're wondering, why should I listen to these two ladies, right? But we decided when we were first deciding to start this podcast that we wanted to start every single episode with 2 minutes of fun, K&B real talk, because you deserve some fun and laughs. And quite frankly, we do too. So here's how it's going to go. Every week, we're either going to ask a question, I'm going to ask a question, or Kellie's going to ask a question, and then we're going to answer it. And then we'll get started on whatever the subject is for the day. So Kellie, here's your question. Are you ready?
I'm nervous.
I know. It's okay. It's a fun one. So if you were in the ocean with your 2 girls and you saw a shark, would you grab the girls and run out or just run out?
I would run. I would absolutely run. Oh gosh, that makes me sound like a terrible mom, right? But if I am close enough to my girls, of course I am going to grab them. But I do feel like my immediate instinct would be to run, grab them if I'm close, but yell run. Has this ever happened to you?
Yeah. I live in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So this has happened to me.
Oh my gosh.
And I ran, straight up ran. I'm pretty sure I screamed something, but I don't know if it was shark or not. I just ran out of the water screaming. I am already deathly afraid of the water. If seaweed touches me, I think it's a shark. So I freak out and just run. And I've learned that about myself. So my husband knows, if we're at the beach, and now my kids are older and now they know it. But I'm a fight or flight kind of girl. Something scares me, I run. So I get you, Mom, out there who's I can totally relate. And those of you who are no way, I would totally grab my kids and run out first. I am saying props to you. But I'm always curious. I ask that question to people a lot, actually.
Do you really?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Well, we are so excited to dive in and share a little bit about who we are and why we started Blessed Momma Bosses Podcast, and truly what you can expect as you listen over the next several months. So a little bit about myself. My name is Kellie Hoover. I am a wife to Matt. 15 years we have been married. I have 2 daughters. They are tweens. I know. Send the help. Send me prayers. I need them. And I have always been a competitive person by nature. It started out as a young child playing sports. I was a college athlete. I played competitive tennis. And really, truly, through my 20s and through the early part of my 30s, really, truly staying in that competitive nature through business, through being in different successful things, whether it was corporate America as a pharmaceutical rep, whether it was on the tennis court competing still as an adult. I've always loved to be competitive and set those goals. Well, about 5 years ago, I hit a major speed bump, a storm in my life. I was diagnosed with a very rare brain tumor. And I know that may come to shock for a lot of people if they know me in my everyday life now. But the reality is when that hit home for me, I had to have those conversations with my husband. And if you've ever been through something that is very life altering, having a conversation with your husband about if you die during surgery, what happens? What happens to your kids? How will they be raised? What will your husband do for support? That is a really, really hard conversation to have. But that's where I was. And I am fine. I am here. I recovered from surgery. And during that first month of recovery, I had to rest my eyes for 23 out of 24 hours a day. No TV, no social media. And I did a lot of soul searching during that time. And if you can relate to being in a storm right now, then I want you to really take to heart what I'm saying. Because the reality is you're either in a storm, you're coming out of one, or it's ahead of you. And that is just the truth. And we have multiple storms in our life, but this particular moment of my life, I really decided to analyze what was important to me. And time was important to me, and truly waking up every single day being better than I was yesterday. I have a strong desire to succeed and just to win. In fact, so much that I am a recovering people pleaser. And I say recovery because I'm in recovery right now. I have been in recovery for a long time, and I will continue to be for the rest of my life because I love to make other people happy. In fact, I will often put it ahead of my own needs and wants and desires. Why do I share that with you? Because a lot of times, women, you are trying to be everything for everyone. You are trying to be the best mom, the best wife, the best coworker, the best daughter, the best friend, but you fail to show up for yourself. And that is truly why I wanted to be part of Blessed Momma Bosses Podcast, so that I could share things that I have learned, things I have been through. I can learn from you. I can learn from Blair about how to truly show up with my passion and being the best that I can be every single day. So Blair, I know we have in common a lot of their different struggles, but we both have overcome different things. So share with our listeners a little bit about who is Blair Critch.
Yeah, I will. But one thing you didn't mention, Kellie, that I think is really important for our audience is a little bit about you were in pharmaceutical sales. And after all of this, you kind of were like, hey, wait a minute, I need to reevaluate my time. Can you just share with them really quick, shout yourself out? I know it's awkward, but they need to know why to follow us. What kind of success have you had?
Yes, great point. And yes, it is so awkward to give yourself kudos, but here we go. I'm going for it. So after my brain surgery, I decided that I wanted more time, and I didn't know exactly what they looked like because I had been in pharmaceuticals for 14 years. I was successful in it, but it allowed me no time, literally no time. I worked 50 or 60 hours a week, and I loved what I did because I was serving others. But I will tell you, I landed upon an incredible business, an incredible product in a health and wellness industry, and it changed my life. The products changed my life. And then the business changed my life, just my everyday life. And here's the thing. I didn't sit back and wait on it to happen to me. I used that desire. I used that competitiveness, and I saw an opportunity and I went for it. And so what I mean by that is taking action, setting goals, putting into play, doing things that other people wouldn't do to have success. And so 4 months after I left my pharmaceutical job, I climbed very quickly to the top of the company in 4 months, earned the Millionaire Award at this health and wellness company. And what I love so much is that it's given me time. The money is great. The accolades are all great. But really, if you know me and you know my heart, you know that I am there for my kids. I am that bus stop school, whatever. I love to be with my children and be that mom who's doing carpool. Be that mom who gets to wake up and take care of my kids, because during that brain tumor, when I was recovering, that is what I wanted. I wanted time, and I still am able to have that. So yes, it can have it, and you can have it all.
Yes, you can. So my story, I'm Blair Critch. I have 2 boys, 16 and 14, married to Ryan. I live in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'm a retired kindergarten teacher. And you know what? Like Kellie said, we all have storms, right? And so our storm hit when my kids were very little. We had about 10 properties that we had put into a side business where we were renting out these homes so that I could stay home with our boys. And then that whole crash that's actually probably happening right now happened between 2006 and 2008. And we had to file bankruptcy. And during that bankruptcy, I not only lost this amazing business that we had created that was bringing us in money, but also really my husband. He had ended up becoming addicted to pain pills, to oxycodone. And during that time of me finding out, I had to really make a decision. And I'm talking like 2 and 4-year-olds at home. And I had to decide to pull up my big girl panties and make a decision. I wasn't going to depend on him. Whether he got healthy or not, whether he decided to get sober or not was on him. And it was a difficult time. So if you're going through that yourself, or you're going through that with a loved one, I feel you. But I had to make a decision in that moment. And my decision was not going to wait and see what he does. I hope he gets better. I definitely did everything I could to support him and love him. And now he has been sober. So thank goodness and good job for him. But during that time, I had to decide, what am I going to do? And so I really evaluated the gifts that God had given me, the gifts, the talents, the abilities. And I found a company, a direct sales company at the time. And I dived into it. Within the first year, I made 6 figures. I went on to be their number 1 salesperson in Florida. And then about 6 years ago, I jumped to a different company, a health and wellness company, where within the very first 4 months, I was able to hit the top of the compensation plan and go on to hit millionaire and multiple times within this current business, and then start Blessed Momma Bosses, which has been really successful for Kellie and I. And Blessed Momma Bosses really came out of that desire for me to stop, take evaluation on what I did for those years when I really buckled up and made that choice. And here's the thing. When I made that choice, it wasn't just about being able to make money for my children. It was about being able to make a freedom of time, a freedom of choices, because I wasn't sure where we were going to be. I wasn't sure what we were going to be doing. And I knew that I couldn't just go back to a regular 9 to 5. I had to figure out a different way. And so that is the kind of stuff that Kellie and I are passionate about sharing with people, passionate about showing all the different opportunities that are out there and how to do it. Whether you're building something alongside a full-time business, while you're building something maybe as a part-time, or maybe just as a little side hustle, whatever it is for you, that's what we want to support and help you with as that working mom, as that busy mom. We are passionate about helping you find your success and your freedom. So that's really why we created Blessed Momma Bosses and where it came from. And here's honestly what you can expect out of this podcast. We're going to show up every week for you. We're going to give you tips, ideas, strategies that are really going to fall underneath things like business. They're going to fall underneath things like family. That are going to fall underneath things like self-care. And we're going to give you tips, strategies, skills in those areas that you can go and take action on right away. We're going to make it short and sweet. It's one of our specialties. You won't be worried about being on one of our podcasts for 30 minutes or an hour. We're trying to make these so that they're 15 minutes or less. So on your way to work or while you're taking a shower and getting ready in the morning, you'll be able to join us for a positive message to move your business forward. And Mom, we get you.
Yes, we are so excited. And listen, where can you find more Blessed Momma Bosses? We would love for you to join our free Facebook community. Come and join us. Have some fun. We share all different sorts of business, personal, self-care tips over in the community. And it's a great place that we have fun and we do giveaways. Also, we have to ask you, if you found any value in today, if you know and love and support us, we are just wanting to say thank you for listening. We would love to be able to have a 5-star review and a rating from you. It would mean so much to us as we kick off this incredible podcast. And we cannot wait to see you on the next episode. We hope you enjoyed this episode and want to hang out more with Blair and I. Join us inside our Facebook community, www.blessedmammabossesgroup.com. We'll see you there.